It all started with a simple text. "Can't wait for our girls' trip. You'll love it." My wife, Naina, had been planning this getaway for weeks, or so she claimed. I trusted her. After all, I had always supported her friendships, encouraged her independence, and believed in the honesty of our marriage. But something in her tone that evening, the way she avoided eye contact and smiled nervously, set off a quiet alarm in my mind. For a while, I ignored it. I told myself I was overthinking, that she deserved fun and relaxation with her friends. But deep down, a nagging suspicion lingered. Naina had always been charming, beautiful, and confident. But I began noticing small changes, secretive phone calls, late nights packing, and an unusually guarded attitude whenever I asked about her plans. The first shocking discovery came accidentally. I was cleaning our bedroom when I found a message on her laptop that she had left open. It wasn't from one of her friends. It was from a man named Karthik. The tone was flirtatious, intimate, and undeniably personal. My heart sank. The girls' trip wasn't about bonding or adventure. It was about something she had deliberately hidden from me. I didn't confront her immediately. Instead, I began to watch, to document, and to gather evidence. Over the next few days, I pieced together her secret life. Dinners with Karthik, late-night hotel stays, and texts so intimate they left no doubt. My anger boiled, but I forced myself to remain calm. I wanted to confront her with undeniable proof, to make her understand the gravity of her betrayal. As I formulated my revenge, planning ways to expose her infidelity publicly and personally, something unexpected happened. Karma intervened before I could act. Naina's affair began to unravel on its own. Karthik, whom she had trusted as a partner in secrecy, turned out to be manipulative and self-serving. He shared her secrets with someone she hadn't intended, and slowly her world started to crumble. Friends she had counted on began to distance themselves, suspicious of her sudden secrecy. The luxurious sense of freedom she had sought evaporated, leaving her isolated and vulnerable. Meanwhile, I realized that my own plan for revenge was unnecessary. Life had a way of correcting itself, and Naina's choices were now creating consequences far greater than anything I could have orchestrated. Watching her face the fallout, I felt a mixture of vindication and disbelief. I didn't gloat. I merely observed the natural consequences of deception, subtle, yet devastating. The confrontation eventually came, though it wasn't required to prove her guilt. I calmly laid out what I had discovered, showing her the documentation of her lies. She tried to deny it at first, but her own unraveling had removed all cover. The charm and excuses she had relied upon for years no longer worked. Divorce proceedings followed quickly. Naina, shocked by the speed and certainty of my actions, realized too late that trust, once broken, could never be fully restored. Financially and socially, she faced consequences she had ignored while pursuing her thrill. Her friends, once loyal, now questioned her integrity. Karthik abandoned her as quickly as he had charmed her, leaving her alone to grapple with the reality of her choices. In the weeks and months that followed, I rebuilt my life. I focused on work, my personal growth, and my own sense of peace. I realized that revenge, though tempting, was ultimately unnecessary when life itself delivers justice. Naina's downfall had nothing to do with me. Her choices, lies, and manipulations had created a chain reaction of consequences too powerful to ignore. Karma, I realized, doesn't need intervention. It works quietly, patiently, and without malice, but its results are inevitable. Naina's girls' trip, meant to bring excitement and secret pleasure, became the catalyst for her own undoing. Every lie she told, every betrayal she committed, returned to her multiplied, leaving her isolated, exposed, and humbled. In the end, I learned a profound lesson. Betrayal carries its own consequences, often delivered in ways we cannot predict. Revenge may be satisfying in the moment, but true justice is far more powerful when it unfolds naturally. Naina's actions had destroyed the illusion of control she thought she possessed, and life itself had corrected the imbalance she had created. I emerged not just free from deception, but stronger, wiser, and more aware of the subtle ways trust can be violated and ultimately restored even after betrayal. Naina's choices had left scars, but they also illuminated a simple truth. Karma, in its quiet inevitability, often delivers outcomes far more profound than any act of personal revenge could ever achieve.